The Uncharted movie starring Tom Holland and Mark Walhberg is almost here, and we can't help but wonder if it will break the chain of terrible video game movies or simply become another entry in the seemingly unending list. Video game movie adaptations are tricky to pull off, and as a result, there are not many good ones. Which is why fans all over the world are skeptical about the upcoming Uncharted film. Join FlickFix as we discuss the potential of the Uncharted movie and take a look at 5 video game movie adaptations that are really bad. Uncharted.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you. I'm sitting right next to you.
Oh my god!
I shouldn't have come out to play with the big boys, Ian, because you're about to get a proper Scottish welcome.
What?
Nearly a decade and a half since it was first announced, the Uncharted film is finally set to be released, to the joy of many. As the February 2022 release date draws closer, gamers and movie lovers alike have come out to share their fears and expectations for the film. One school of thought believes that since the highly anticipated American action-adventure film spent nearly 15 years in production, it will turn out to be a video game movie adaptation masterpiece. However, another school of thought begs to differ, choosing instead to point out the tumultuous production process that saw the scriptwriter and director roles being passed from writer to writer and producer to producer. Seeing how the Uncharted movie is based on the video game series of the same name that was designed by Naughty Dog, it's said that the movie will tell the tale of Nathan Drake and his associate Victor Sully Sullivan. In the film, the pair are forced to compete against a wealthy, violent treasure hunter and his mercenaries in a bid to claim a lost fortune in gold from the voyages of Magellan.
My family found the world's biggest fortune.
I think you're here because you're your brother.
Well, you know my brother Sam?
While simultaneously tracing clues that may lead to Drake's long-lost brother Sam. As of now, it's impossible to determine the fate of the Uncharted movie because it is yet to be released. However, taking a look at the star-spangled cast, which includes the likes of Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Sophia Ali, and Antonio Banderas, it's safe to say that the movie does stand a chance. While it will most likely not go on to become a box office record breaker, Uncharted might rake in its entire $120 million budget, as well as a few extra millions in profit. With that being said, let's take a look at the 5 worst video game movies ever made. Number 1. Assassin's Creed.
Welcome to the Spanish Inquisition.
What I saw in there, it felt real.
It was.
Uninspired, dull, and soulless are some of the words that were used to describe Assassin's Creed, a dystopian science fiction action film following its release in 2016. Directed by Justin Kurzel, the movie tells the story of Callum, a man who was rescued from his execution by an organization that required his help and powerful ancestry to defeat their lifelong enemy. When news that an Assassin's Creed movie was in the works broke, gamers and movie lovers alike could not contain their joy and excitement. However, this enthusiasm was short-lived, because despite being highly anticipated, the movie turned out to be absolutely dreadful, with a generic storyline, numerous plot holes, and an overreaching narrative. After its release, Assassin's Creed was bombarded with negative reviews from both critics and fans alike, so it didn't come as much of a surprise when the movie underperformed in the box office, earning just $240 million worldwide against its $125 million budget. Number 2. Hitman.
No.
The 2007 action thriller film directed by Xavier Gens is a confusing mess, and that's putting it lightly. Based on the video game series of the same name, Hitman tells the story of Agent 47, a professional hitman trained to be an assassin by the group known as ICA, International Contract Agency, who ends up becoming a target of both Interpol and the Russian version of the FBI following a series of unfortunate events. While this sounds like a great premise for a movie, you should know that the film turned out to be far from great. Agent 47 lacked personality, some scenes simply didn't add up, and the action was mediocre at best.
Knowing how this ends, was it worth it?
Killing Belikov.
Knowing how this ends?
definitely.
Luckily for the production team, Hitman went against all odds and managed to become a financial success by grossing a total of $101.3 million against its $24 million budget. Following the financial success of the 2007 Hitman, it was announced that another Hitman movie was in the making. However, the film was cancelled during production because, as it turns out, the movie executives knew better than to make the same mistake twice. Number 3. Doom.
We can handle this.
You're bullshitting me.
I'm not bullshitting. Going to old device.
You're just scared shitless.
We kill them all. Now.
Go to hell.
If there's one thing we learned from Doom, the 2005 science fiction film that was directed by Andrzej Bartkowiak, it's that sometimes even a star-spangled cast cannot save a movie that is, well, doomed. Loosely based on the video game series of the same name, Doom tells the story of a group of space marines who are attacked by genetically engineered creatures while investigating the mishaps in a research facility on Mars. In its production, the Doom movie was a huge deal because it was an international co-production of the United States, the United Kingdom, and Czech Republic and Germany. But upon its release, everything changed. In a matter of days, Doom went from 100 to 0, and a movie that was once held in high esteem went on to become a box office bomb, grossing only $58.7 million worldwide against its production budget that was somewhere between $60 and $70 million.
Sir, are you okay?
Number 4. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Released in 2001, Lara Croft Tomb Raider was an action-adventure film based on the Tomb Raider video games that should have remained just that, a video game. Directed by Simon West, Tomb Raider is an international co-production between the United States, the United Kingdom, Japan, and Germany that revolves around Lara Croft, a female adventurer who is on a mission to obtain powerful ancient artifacts from the Illuminati. With Angelina Jolie playing the protagonist and the title character, one would expect the movie to be a cinematic masterpiece. However, in the case of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, this is far from the truth. In fairness to her, Angelina Jolie did an amazing job portraying her character. But not even Jolie's acting prowess and attractive appearance could make up for the plot holes and lack of substance. As a result of these shortcomings, the movie received negative reviews from critics and fans alike. Though the 2001 Lara Croft Tomb Raider leaves a lot to be desired, the movie went on to be fairly successful, grossing $274.7 million against its $115 million production budget.
Illuminati.
Number 5. Super Mario Bros.
You know what that means? Yeah. We got Mike.
Oh, Mario, right now, a miraculous world. This guy just found out that he was in another dimension.
Never know.
Released in the year 1993, the Super Mario Bros. Film was the first feature-length live-action film to be based on a video game, and honestly, it should have been the last. Loosely based on the Mario video game series by Nintendo, Super Mario Bros. Is an adventure comedy film that follows two Brooklyn plumbers, Mario and Luigi. After discovering a parallel universe by accident, the brothers embark on a quest to save Princess Daisy and stop the evil King Koopa from taking over the world.
We ain't going broke, Mario. We're already there. Yeah? Ow! Are you spending money on this stuff? Look at it.
Following its release, Super Mario Bros. Was tagged as a critical and financial failure, and with good reason. The film was hated by critics, the paying public, and even star Bob Hoskins himself, who referred to his decision to feature in the movie as his biggest regret. Financially, the Super Mario Bros. Misfire cost the movie executives a lot of money because, after being produced on a budget that was somewhere between $42 and $48 million, the the movie ended up earning only $38.9 million at the box office. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think the Uncharted movie will be any good, or will it become yet another entry on a long list of horrible video game movie adaptations? Let us know in the comments below, and before you go, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to FlickFix if you haven't already.